Hi, Sure Star Goddess. I'm back. So today I want to talk to y'all about something I was making notes on. A few people left some comments wanting certain topics covered in a video. So I'm gonna see if I can cover at least one of them today. Let's see. I wrote some of them down so I will remember. One of them is kind of controversial, and I'm no way an expert on this subject, but I guess I'll go ahead and just do this one today. Someone asked me about the transgender phenomenon. What do I think of it? Like, is it magical? Is it conspiracy? Or, you know, they just wanted me to talk about it. They didn't really give me any details. So I'm going to go ahead and give my view of it, but first let me start off by saying I do have a transgender person in my family who I'm very close to. I also have gay and lesbian family members as well. I also do not discriminate, nor is this going to be any type of bashing video. Okay, so what I think about transgender or transsexuals, but they said transgender, so I'm going to stay on this subject of transgender. When you're born and you feel like you were born into the wrong body and you choose to live your life as the way you feel inside. Okay, for example, Bruce Jenner. Okay, another example would be, I don't know her name, I forgot, but she's like a little girl and she was born and she said that she felt as if she's always been a girl, so she did a gender reassignment at the age of 5. I don't remember her name, but she's like all over the internet and stuff like that. I even think she has some type of commercial out. But it's when you were born and you feel like you're in the wrong body. Okay, so as a child, if you identify with a different gender, that's perfectly innocent. You haven't been tainted yet. You have not been corrupted yet. Your mind only knows what it knows from, you know, being a child. You don't really know what sex is. You don't know what being gay or straight is. You just know that you feel different and you feel wrong in this body or with this genitalia. Or it might not even be specifically with the genitalia. It just might feel like you're supposed to be more feminine or more masculine, depending on, you know, which gender you are identifying with. So spiritually, I have to get my glasses because I have to read my notes. Spiritually, I feel like adults put this guilt, society put this guilt and dirtiness on transgender and gay people as children, because a lot of kids, they don't know anything about what gay means. They just extra feminine or extra masculine. We corrupt them by saying, oh, you're gay, oh, you're gonna be this, oh, you're gonna be that, and we start pounding those things in their heads, and they're like, well, I don't even know what gay is, but they keep calling me gay, they keep calling me this, maybe I need to look up what gay is. And then when they look up what gay is, you know, whoever wrote it said, oh, it's when you're attracted to the same sex, and da 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 da. And then they start seeing negative stereotypes. They start seeing things on television, and then they start to identify with the sexuality of, you know, what they've been pushed and programmed into. You know, they were an innocent child at first, and you adults corrupted them. They didn't know what gay was. They just felt extra feminine or extra masculine. Okay. So a long time ago, in the ancient days, when people were born that way, they would see it as something holy and something very spiritual, because it would mean that they had the intuition, the grace, the creativity of a female, the logic, the strength, and the and the masculinity of a male at the same time. You know, they were the best of both worlds. And a lot of cultures would call them dual spirited or two spirited. And they would be held up very high, and they would be sort of looked at as, you know, an oracle. So, and their sexuality and, you know, their gender identity and, you know, the way that they acted was not scrutinized, made fun of, or, you know, they weren't poked fun at, and they were held in high regards. So they're very highly misunderstood. Even if you read about Hermes Trismegistus, he is said to spend 7 years as a woman. I think the story goes he was walking along one day and he saw 2 snakes mating, and he struck them with his staff, and poof, instantly he became a woman. And he lived as a woman for 7 years, and until he found another set of snakes mating and struck them with his staff again and turned back into male. So there's lots of that going on in alchemy. There's even a lot of pictures in alchemy where you see an hermaphrodite, or a one body with 2 heads, and or a merge of the female and the male. You'll see lots of Indian goddesses and gods that are half male, half female. You'll see a lot of that because our brain is split like that. We have a feminine side and a masculine side, a right brain and a left brain. And female is identified with like the color blue, and male or masculine is identified with the color red, like fire. Blue is like water. The merge is purple, and that's why like you see the song lyrics, purple rain, you know, or the purple crown chakra, when your spirituality is ascending. And yes, so the merge of male and female is very spiritual. Especially if you're born with it, you're already like 2 steps ahead of the game, because now you have a physical representation of what you should be doing inside of yourself. Even in the Bible, if you've read the Bible, it talks about I don't remember what part this is because I just don't. But it's about something about the temple or the tabernacle, the cloth being torn down between the walls. That means there's no more separation in gender and masculine and feminine and right brain and left brain. It means that you're one now. We live in a dualistic society, a dualistic world, male and female, black and white, da 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 da. And when you're, you know, when a transgender person or a trans person or a gay person or a feminine person or an extra masculine woman is born, people want to label them. I mean, look at Serena Williams. She's a beautiful woman. She's tall. She's really muscular and big, and they call her manly. But she has boobs and more ass than, you know, people who get the implants. So, you know, people don't understand certain things, and they lash out because they're dual in nature. They're not here. They might say, I'm ascended, oh, I'm saved, I'm ascended, I'm conscious, I'm enlightened. But if they don't understand transgender, homosexuality, then they're not. They're just not, because you couldn't be. Even in the Gospels of Thomas and the Dead Sea Scrolls, there's lots of quotes from Jesus that were never put in the Bible because it was found after the Bible was written. And Jesus sounds nothing like what he sounds like in the Bible, okay? Jesus was a smart-mouthed, sarcastic alchemist, okay? If that was his name, okay? Because you know that wasn't his name. Anyway, so in the Gospels of Thomas, it says when the left hand becomes like on top of the right, when the left hand is over the right hand, or the right hand is over the left hand, something like that. When the left eye is over the right eye, or when the right eye is over the left eye, and you have one single eye. When the male becomes like the female, and the female like the male, then will you see the kingdom. That's what Jesus said, y'all. If you don't believe me, go read the Gospels of Thomas. It's free online. There's a lot of alchemy. It sounds just like the Egyptians' Book of the Dead, just re-quote it. But if you go and read it, it's more clear, and it says that. I'll see if I can find that quote and put it at the end of the video. I'll look for it. I don't know. But yes, that's how I think about transgender. And a lot of them are very intuitive, creative, smart, intelligent. You know, they have all the assets of a man and a woman combined, and vice versa. Like when you're a female and you're more masculine, you can still produce babies, you're still creative, you're still this and that, and you know, you're strong, you try to think more logically, you identify more with masculinity, but you still are a woman, and you can still do whatever you need to do. You know, now when you go as far as the sex change and you want to change all the way, I truly believe a lot of that is from past life, and that you were very comfortable in your last life as a male or a female, whichever one, and you are just so comfortable with that you want to continue on, even though there's lessons that you need to learn as the opposite sex. You feel like, you know, because you have free will. You know, we have the technology now to have any type of operation we want. You know, you have women born with flat butts, and they say, you know what, I don't think I'm supposed to be having this flat ass. Let me go and get some butt implants. You know, so if you're gonna down people for getting gender reassignments and surgery and boob implants, then you have to down everybody else too. Because, you know, as a culture, we see beauty, and we see things that we identify with and like in other cultures, and we take it. It's like, you know what, I like her butt, give me that butt. Oh, I like her hair, give me that hair. Oh, I like her eye color, give me those contacts. Oh, I like her boobs, give me those boobs. I like her lips, give me those lips. I like her skin tone, give me some fake tan, or give me some bleaching cream, whichever one, you know. So if people are going to be upset about people saying, you know what, I'm a woman, or you know what, I'm a man, they got to be mad at everybody else in the world too. Okay, you got to be mad at everybody that has any type of makeup, cosmetic, you know, hair dye. You got to be mad at any woman who wears pants, because, you know, women really didn't wear pants, you know, up until like 100 years ago or less. Actually, it wasn't even proper to wear it, you know, 60 years ago. So anyway, we're walking around with pants, jeans. Men are walking around in skirts now and skinny jeans. So you know what, it's going to be an androgynous society, so get used to it. It's a spiritual evolution. The divine feminine is back to the planet, and there's lots of effects going on that you won't understand right now. Just know that adults in society make it dirty when it's really not. It's more of a spiritual thing, and if we embrace the spirituality of it and taught the children from get-go about the spirituality of being dual spirited, their sexual identity and their the way that they express themselves would be better. They would spend less time defending themselves and their lifestyle and trying to be extra proud because they're oppressed, and they would actually be able to do some good in the world. You know, just like you know, people who are racist. You know, if a lot of people were allowed to just thrive and be who they are, we could be a lot further along in society, and that's no lie. But dualistic, low vibrational thinking keeps us here. So that's what I think about transsexuality. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. Thank you. Bye.